This is a video lesson for lesson 2.7. And for this lesson, it's going to be a little bit of a review for many of us. And for some of us, it's going to be an opportunity for some extensions. Again, this is a lesson that occurs after our critical juncture. So we are going to have three groups. You could be in the blue group, the purple group, or you could be in the green group. Now, I'm mainly going to focus on the blue group. Not that I'm leaving out the purple or the green. For most of these activities we're going to do in this lesson, they're very similar. Um, it's just that sometimes the purple group is asked to do a little bit more, and sometimes the green group is asked to do some uh, a little more different. So, no matter which group you're in, you're going to be confronted with the Komodo dragon and the red-tailed boa. You're going to have some information about those creatures. You're going to do a reading and then answer the warm-up question based on that reading. And I will say that will be the same for the blue and the purple, reading about the same creatures. However, the green group, you are reading about this thing right here. This is the mesosaurs. These are mesosaurs, and you're going to be reading about that, answering that question. So go ahead and do that. Pause the video, and I'll meet you over at the sim. Okay, so this is our natural selection sim, and this is going to be very similar to a sim that we did um, last week. But one thing I want to point out is this: you'll see things for partner A and partner B. I do want you to do both partner A and partner B on your own. Okay. Um, so for this one, we're going to be examining australopes and trying to make their necks longer, and we're also going to be trying to make their jaws stronger. At least that's for the blue group. Purple group and green group, you'll have to read your objectives. They're just slightly different, especially the green group. However, I will show you how to do the sim, so stay with me here. Notice that part 2 here has 2 pages. Page 1 are your initial instructions along with your initial predictions. So go ahead and answer your prediction questions here. Pause the video, and then I'll meet you over here at page 2 where we do the sim. So for this one, we're going to open our natural selection simulation and use the menu in the upper left corner to open Exploring Species Change Mode. So let's go ahead and do that. And a few decades later, this thing should open up. Maybe go make a sandwich, write a song. Okay, so again, when you're doing these, especially the sims, just go real slow. Take it step by step, because right now you might think that you're ready, but remember, we do have to, in the upper left-hand corner, we have to open Exploring Species Change Mode. So let's do that first. Upper left-hand corner, Exploring Species Change Mode. There we go. Okay, so bouncing back to get our directions, we need to press the thorn palm icon and adjust the thorn palm height slider to 7. So notice these are our icons up here. This one's my australope. Notice the neck length right now is currently at 5. And we're trying to encourage the neck length to get longer. So let's follow our instructions and click our thorn palm. And let's increase the thorn palm's height to 7 and the variability or the variation to medium, to the midway point. And then press run and observe changes over 50 generations. So let's do that. Run. And we can make this go much faster just by clicking this times 4. So now we're going at 4 times the speed. And we need to get to 50 generations. So you can see up here on the right, you can see your generation meter. And we're approaching 10 now. And we can zoom in. We can check out what's happening down here on the ground. So if I click one of these, nice. I can follow it around, and I'm looking and noticing, yeah, it's wandering, looking for food. It can't reach the food. It's starving. Oh, it died from starvation. How sad. So it's time to find another one. Chase it around. So this one is starving too. How sad. And it died. Oh, how fun. Notice the ones with the red dots though. Those are ones that that means it was born with a mutation, and the red dots indicate the mutation or the mutated traits that it currently has. Oh, and that one died from old age. Look at that. How nice. Notice it had a long neck length, though, so it was able to make it to old age without dying from starvation. That means it was also able to pass more of its genes on and reproduce more. So here we are. We're to that 50 generation mark. So now I need to hit analyze. And notice right now what I'm looking at is jaw strength. So first, let's look at neck length. Okay. So here's my neck length. This bar right here with the lines is showing me that was what the generation 1 population was. So they all had a neck length of 5, and now here we are at generation 51. And we can see if you maybe have that original neck length and all the other ones have a longer neck length. So let's see. After 50 generations, the most common Australope neck length was 6. So for me, it was 6. When you run your sim, I just did this a minute ago, and mine was 10. So choose the one that you got. After 50 generations, the most common Australope jaw strength was. So now we have to go back to our sim. We have to select jaw strength, and here we go. So interesting that the jaw strength went up as well, even though we didn't change anything other than the height of the thorn palm. So our most common is now 8 for our jaw strength. So we would select that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our natural selection mode, and we're going to press rebuild. So we've got to do that. So I'm going to click build, and then I'm going to click rebuild. So that just kind of resets everything for me. Now on this one, I'm going to do the exact same thing, only I'm going to do the thorn size. So that's not length or height, that's this one. So we need to click this little tab, and so now we're at thorn size. So it wants it to be at 7, and the variation to the mid-range, and then we're going to run it for 50 generations. Notice what we have here. What is their jaw strength starting at? Starting at 5. Okay, so we're going to run this, increase our speed to 4 times, and we're going to let this go to 50 generations. Once this is done running, you'll answer those same questions. So after 50 generations, the most common Australope neck length is, and then jaw strength. So you'll answer that. And then there are some wrap-up questions that you're going to answer. According to the result above, how are population A and population B different? What do you think caused this? And the 2 descendant species share many similarities. Why do you think this? So, yeah, use the term common ancestor in your answer. For this one, you're going to use the word environment or environmental changes or environmental pressures to answer this question. So friends, let your sim keep running. You'll notice mine stopped because I clicked off the page, and then answer those questions I showed you. Go ahead and pause the video, and I'll meet you in our next sim investigation for part 3. All right, friends. So for part 3, we are going to be going into our evolutionary history sim. That's the one with our map, and we're going to go to vertebrates mode, and we're going to push the tree button and navigate to the vertebrates section. So let me show you how to do that. Click vertebrates. Again, we're going to wait just for a little while. History sim. Yep, vertebrate mode. So vertebrates. And then our tree button is way up here in the upper right hand corner. So here we go. We've got all life and navigate to the vertebrate section. So quick way to navigate over here on the left, just push that vertebrate button and it's going to zoom you in there to our vertebrate. So basically everything down from here on the tree is a vertebrate. Whoops, wrong button, Robert, sorry. So our job is to place these three fossils into open locations in the evolutionary tree. So let me show you how to do that. So one of the things we want to do is place the Acanthostega in here. And let's just pretend I put it in the wrong spot. Uh-oh, it doesn't go there. Try again. Okay. No. Oh, perfect. It does go there. So it's really trial and error. You're going to try to do the Acanthostega, the Eusthenopteron, and the Tiktaalik. And then you're going to answer these questions. Which did you choose to examine? Because you are going to open up one of those um, and study it. The way you do that again is you just click the study button. Based on that, you're going to answer this question and this question after you do your studying. And that's basically it, friends. Once you're done with that, push that hand in button. And friends, we are actually done with this lesson. I just want you to complete part 4 here. It's an independent um, write. And what you're going to do is you're going to try to use all of these words over here in our word bank to basically answer this question or this prompt. What is the main idea from today's work? See if you can come up with a couple sentences that is the main idea. Basically has to do with common ancestor populations and descendant populations can share similar body structures. Um, some and you know, so I just did 4 of those words in that first sentence. Um, Go ahead and piece together your own thinking from the main idea of today's work using these words. Once you're done with the lesson. We're going to skip part 5 and part 6. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to be nice.